If you get a vasectomy, you'll never have to pay child support. If you don't get married, you won't have to pay alimony. I wish I knew this at 18. Men, take note, just have fun all your life. Okay, let me tell you something, especially to those foreigners who wants to marry a Filipina in the Philippines. So if you're a foreigner who wants to marry a Filipina, and let's just say you don't want to have kids anymore because A, you already have kids, B, you are old enough to have kids, and C, you just don't want to have kids anymore. Now, let's just say you're an older guy and you probably had a vasectomy or you don't want to have kids at all. But for some reason, you want to marry someone who's super duper young, maybe 10 times younger than your age. And then you tell her, you know what, I really like you, but I want you to know I don't want to have kids anymore. But maybe she's young or she could be desperate. And most of all, she doesn't have any kids yet of her own. And then she will tell you, you know what, okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna have kids, just marry me, because maybe in her mind, it's her opportunity to go to your country at the same time. And on top of that, you're older than her, and of course, she's longing to be spoiled by you. Now, you take her to your country and she's a Filipina. And note that most Filipina I know wants to have kids. It doesn't matter if they're gonna tell you, okay, I'm not gonna have kids, but let's just be happy together. Nope, don't believe that. And when she gets to your country, eventually she will get bored. Her Filipina mother instinct will eventually kicks in. And she's gonna start telling you, you know what? I changed my mind. I wanna have kids. So what's gonna happen? You're gonna end up having problems. You're gonna end up having arguments. And more likely, there's a chance that she's going to cheat on you behind your back because she does want to have kids. I'm telling you this because it already happens to a lot of Filipina. So there's a Filipina I know who married an older guy. And the older guy told her, I cannot have kids anymore, so just so you know, we're not gonna have kids. But of course, she was young, she was desperate, she wants to go to the country. And the moment that she got to her country, at first she was happy because she was so excited to be with her husband. But then eventually she got bored because I want you to know that we Filipinos are very family oriented. Most of the time or sometime we function better if we have families around, especially having our own babies. Now, because the guy had vasectomy and he could not have kids anymore, what did she do? She cheated behind her back and she ended up getting pregnant and they ended up getting divorced and she ended up being with the guy who got her pregnant. And this is exactly why I want to tell you that if you don't want to have kids anymore, it's better if you marry a Filipina who is single mom. And if you end up marrying a single mom, and of course she already have her own kids, and since you told her you don't want to have kids anymore because A, you got vasectomy, or B, you already have kids of your own and you just want to enjoy your life being with her. And I'm gonna tell you that 99.9% of the time, she will be okay not having kids with you anymore because she has her own kids already. And most of the time, she will just focus on her kids and with you at the same time. And that is why I don't recommend you to marry a super young Filipina and you don't want to have kids because you will face the consequence. So it's better that you listen to me now and thank me later. Otherwise, you will say in the future, years from now, I should have listened to you. Well, guess what? You did not.